18-year-old Alicia Silverstone was the prom queen of the 90s. She was so big and popular, all thanks to her iconic role in Clueless. Without a doubt, her future in the movie industry was looking very promising, and she was seen as a Hollywood starlet in the making. But what happened to her? Why did she leave when the spotlight was on her? Well, I will tell you why. In this video, we'll be analysing the true gist behind Alicia's rather abrupt disappearance from Hollywood and the factors responsible, so don't go anywhere. After Clueless, Alicia went on to negotiate a multi-movie deal with Columbia Pictures, valued at $8 to $10 million, and followed up Clueless with a string of fascinating movies in the 90s and 2000s, including Batman and Robin, Blast from the Past, and Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Then Silverstone vanished right before our eyes. Here's why. 1. She was body shamed. Alicia joined the movie industry at a very young age. At age 6, she was already bagging modelling jobs, and by the time she was 15, she had started filming her debut film, The Crush, and got to the peak of her career with Clueless when she was 18. You see, being tugged into the movie industry at such a formative stage of your life has its consequences. She struggled to balance spending time with her family and her time as an actress, and after Clueless, it was almost impossible for her to be a normal teenage girl. In a 2022 Guardian, Silverstone said that she felt extremely isolated in the first years of her career as she didn't have a lot of friends. But from the public viewpoint, we all thought she was living a glam. Her struggle started after Clueless when she was hailed the prettiest girl in town by a rolling writer, someone whom lots of men would love to sleep with. She was sexualized by the mainstream media and objectified to no end. How can a young girl cherish her blossoming career if she is degraded to a sexual object at every opportunity? By the time Alicia joined Batman and Robin in 1997, she was facing a lot of negative remarks and criticism about her body and her apparent weight gain. She just couldn't deal with all of these at such a young age. She told The Guardian, "They would make fun of my body when I was younger. It was hurtful, but I knew they were wrong. I wasn't confused, but I've stopped loving acting for a long time." The Clueless star acknowledged that she didn't know that being an actress comes with being ridiculed for your looks, and if she had known, she wouldn't have entered the industry. Was this the only reason? Let's see. 2. The Batman's hard cheese. In 1997, Silverstone played Batgirl in Batman and Robin, but the film was seen as a curse that scarred the career of everyone involved with it, including Chris O'Donnell and director Joel Schumacher. The movie was poorly received when it was aired, and although the stats kicked off after a while, it was a bad break, and it consolidated Silverstone's desire to quit the industry. The movie was the beginning of the end for her, as she received a Razzie in 1998 for the Worst Supporting Actress. This whole experience caused her to grow wary of Hollywood. But that's not all. 3. She never wanted to be a star. Silverstone hated the pressure that came with fame, and she realised it a little too late. After Clueless, the 18-year-old star recognised that she was more of an indie girl, and all that showbiz pressure that came with acting was not for her. She told The Guardian in 2015, "I was just a theatre kid. I never wanted to be in movies or TV. There's no support or schooling for what you do when you suddenly found fame as a young woman. It was just too much for me." And so this was how she lost her passion and drive to continue the Hollywood acting race. She pretty much backed down and allowed other starlets to take the podium. Before all these, in a bid to gain more control over the acting roles she was involved in, she started her own film company, The First Kiss, which originally wanted to release 3 featured films, including Excess Baggage, a movie where Silverstone faked her kidnapping, but sadly, it wasn't received as well as they'd earlier anticipated. Made a grossing $14 million on a budget of $20 million, which is, quite frankly, a lot of loss to deal with. The actress won her last award for acting in 1998, and her last nomination was in 2004. This contributed a huge deal to why Silverstone took a big break from acting. But that's not all. To the main reason. Number 4. She wanted to save the world. She told The Guardian that she wanted to use her fame for something else very meaningful, and not to chase movie roles. She said, "So I decided that I would use the spotlight for something more meaningful to me. I went on a quest to change the world and make things better, for the children, for the earth, for animals. I wasn't paying attention to my career, I was paying attention to something else." She realised that it was better to chase her interest in other subjects than face the unending shame and ridicule in the industry. In 2018, she told Vanity Fair that she chose to say hell no to body shaming and took a step back of her own volition. The 44-year-old didn't exactly end acting, but became more selective about roles she accepted. And when she got married to musician Christopher Jarecki in 2005, Alicia discovered her passion for activism and veganism. Over the years, she has started several initiatives to raise awareness about animal cruelty and unhealthy agricultural techniques, and works very hard to maintain an eco-friendly lifestyle, and is enthusiastic about her organic backyard garden. She has published 2 books on the vegan lifestyle, The Kind Diet and The Kind Mama, and even created a line of vitamins. Speaking to The Guardian in 2022, Alicia said that it was a role in a play written by legendary David Mamet that rekindled her acting spark. "My body was just like, this is what I'm meant to do. I love it so much. I need to find a way to do both, to be able to be an actress and be an activist at the same time, so that's what I did." Roles in top films like Netflix's The Babysitter's Club revealed that Silverstone still has lots of acting juice in her and is not quitting on acting anytime soon. Though recent activities she did have caused quite a stir in public. Silverstone received a lot of backlash for her belief that veganism is the solution to a lot of health diseases and her position as an anti-vaxxer. Most popular of all was when she posted a video of her feeding her young son pre-chewed food, which a lot of people had opinions on. But away from all the debate now, Silverstone's acting career is gradually regaining its spark, with appearances as Elaine Robinson in the stage adaptation of The Graduate in 2002. She also featured in The Act of Getting By in 2011, and even reunited with Amy Heckerling for Vamps in 2012. Silverstone resurfaced on the red carpet at the 2016 Tribeca Film Festival to promote King Cobra, where she was a leading role alongside James Franco, Molly Ringwood and Christian Slater. She also starred in 2017 The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and the following year made appearances in The American Woman, a show based on the lifestyle of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which lasted for just 1 season. She might not be a Hollywood A-lister, but Silverstone thinks her career is in a pretty great place. So it might be too soon to count Silverstone out just yet, as she sees herself in lots of TV shows and movies in the future. So, did you miss Silverstone? What are your favourite performances from the actress? We are rooting for Clueless, but tell us about yours in the comment section below. And while you're at it, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and we'd be really honoured if you'd hit the subscribe button to be notified when we post more videos like this. Thank you for watching.